Hi bakers! Do you want to see how I decorated this heart-shaped cake from start to finish on TikTok Live? If that's a yes, keep on watching. The flavor of the day is red velvet. I baked these heart-shaped red velvet cakes. I'm applying some simple syrup to these cakes. I wrapped them in cling film and they were in the freezer before I started this process. This is me filling the cake with my mock Swiss buttercream. It's absolutely divine. Once my cake is all filled, I'm applying a crumb coat. A crumb coat is a thin layer of buttercream that you put on the cake just to trap all the loose crumb, so when you go ahead to apply your final layer of buttercream, it will be crumb free. One very important thing to take away from this step is that you must chill the cake between each stage of decorating it. So once I'm done applying this crumb coat to the cake and get it all nice and neat and cover up all that raw cake edge, of course I'm gonna go around with my smoother to get it nice and smooth, and then I'm gonna pop this baby in the fridge to let the crumb coat set, and then we'll move on to the next stage of this cake. While the cake is in the fridge, I'm working on the color for the final stage of covering this cake. So this cake, as you can see in the photo at the beginning, it's a nice bright red. I'm always asked, how do you get these nice vibrant colors? And this is how I do it. I just apply some color to the buttercream and mix it with the whisk attachment of my handheld mixer to deepen that color as much as possible. And as you can see there, I pop the buttercream in the microwave for 10 seconds just to heat it up a bit. And this process just helps to deepen the color as I go along. I needed it to be brighter, so I went ahead and I added some more color. And I kept on repeating these steps until I achieved the perfect red that I wanted for this cake. Now that my crumb coat is all set, I'm applying that final coat of buttercream to the cake, and that's this bright red color that we just made. I'm going slowly with this step. Believe me guys, heart-shaped cake, they can be a little bit challenging to cover. They're not as easygoing as your round cake, so just take your time and go as slowly as you need to, because we need this to be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go around it a few times with my cake smoother, and yes, I'm going to put the cake in the fridge again after applying the first coat for it to chill, and then I'll go back in with some buttercream to fill out all those tiny spots that needs filling in. Don't try to apply all the buttercream in one stage, because it's easy for you to mess things up. All right, this is the cake back out of the fridge, and I'm just filling in the spots that needed filling in, and I will go ahead and get those edges nice and sharp. As you can see, my mouth is blabbing away in this video because, as I said before, this cake was fully decorated from start to finish on TikTok Live, and my viewers learned a whole lot. They were asking a whole lot of questions, and I was taking my merry time just explaining all the steps as I go along with them. This was actually a 3 hours video that I cut down to 8 minutes just for you guys to see the behind the scenes of the making of these beautiful cakes. Now you all know my cake boards are always decorated. I love decorating them. I don't like those silver cake boards, so it's just a thing for me. And I just use the heart shape insert from my cake tin to cut out a heart shape from a fondant that I rolled out thinly, and I'm now just carefully unfolding the fondant around the cake, and it's going to elevate my cake and take it to a whole new level. Just look to see how beautiful this transformation is. Once I'm done smoothing out that fondant and getting rid of the steam as best as I possibly can. I take a sharp cutter just to cut away the excess fondant from around the cake board, and that's it. All nice and beautiful. Now this is me doing all the tedious parts. I'm cutting out "Happy Birthday My Love" from some white fondant that I rolled out thinly, and I'm just using some fondant cutters, letter cutters that I bought from Amazon. I will link below my Amazon storefront link for the UK and for USA. Remember guys, if you shop using my links, I do get a small commission from all of your purchases, so you know what to do. And back to this beautiful cake. I'm using my favorite frill piping tip to pipe some beautiful frills around the base of the cake, and I will go ahead and repeat the same thing for the top. But before I do that, I'm putting on those lovely letters that I cut out earlier. "Happy Birthday My Love." What I did, once I cut these letters out, I popped that green board that you see me working with them from, I popped it in the freezer so that the letters could firm up a bit and I can handle them better. Because if I just went ahead, cut them out and try putting them on the cake, by the time I moved them from the board to the cake, I would have disfigured a whole lot of them and made the whole process a lot harder than it actually is. So that's what I did, and it was easy for me to apply these letters to the cake. As you know, things don't always go to plan, so I put on the bottom bit. I wasn't liking the way it's looking, so I went ahead and I took it all off. Yes guys, sometimes you've got to do that. You need whatever you send out of your kitchen to represent you well. So I wasn't happy, I took it off and I'm putting it on again. And I was very happy with the final result. A massive thank you to all my amazing TikTok viewers that were there with me all these hours cheering me on as I decorated this beautiful cake. I'm going back in with that frill piping tip and I'm applying those beautiful frill pipings all the way around the edge of that cake. And look at that. Now I'm doing the bases with this 4B piping tip. So it's the medium shell piping tip just to create that beautiful piping around the base of the cake. And I'll repeat the same step at the top of the cake again. The cake is absolutely beautiful and of course it's looking finished, but guess what? My cakes are not finished without a beautiful matching ribbon around the base of my cake boards. I want to cover up all of that silver. I was just showing my viewers the difference between the side with the ribbon and the side without the ribbon, and of course everyone liked it with the ribbon around it, and that's the beautiful cake. This is my little princess coming in to check up on mommy. When I'm baking in the kitchen guys, she's always checking in and I love her so much. I could not have done all of this without her. This is the final cake. I'm happy with it. My client was over the moon with it and my viewers learned a whole lot. Remember guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I will answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time, keep on baking.